would like to share with you my thoughts and concerns facing Australia today. I guess we can't escape the crisis that is facing us all today. War or unrest in Israel, Palestine, Syria and Egypt, and so many other countries. Peaceful countries like Thailand, Sweden, Denmark, leading to a refugee problem that has not been seen since World War II and was created by the Nazis. We were told this was a war to end all wars, so ask yourself, why do we have this problem today? It is a problem that will affect all of us, whether we like it or not. Millions of people whose homes and way of life have been destroyed and now have nowhere to call home. Could you imagine if this was you and your loved ones? What to do, where to go, who to trust? No possessions except the clothes you stand up in. I think of my family and I'm so thankful that we live here in a safe place. A safe place? Well, yes. Australia has been always considered a safe place. I hope that if it was me and my family, or you and your family, somebody would extend a hand of friendship and help us. So what can we do? What can I do? As individuals, not much, I guess, but as a safe country, we can help these poor people just like you and me, children, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, and grandparents. The answer is yes, we can help, and we should help, along with every other safe country around the world. So how do we help? Do we follow the other safe countries, like for instance Sweden? Yes, Sweden. Not many places in the world were safer than Sweden. And the Swedes opened their doors and their hearts to help. Unfortunately, that lovely safe haven of Scandinavia is now the rape capital of the world. The crime rate is through the roof. So Sweden, is it still a safe place? Certainly not for Swedish women or even the Swedish police, because of the no-go areas that have been established. So maybe not Sweden. So where else are people safe? Certainly nowhere else in Europe. Riots, murders and rapes in France, Italy, Germany, Belgium and Spain. So maybe not Europe. Britain looks a good bet, with a national free health system and social security system. Yes, good old England has opened its doors and its hearts. And what do we find? Ghettos, no-go areas, rape gangs and immigrants demanding the British change its laws and way of life to suit immigrants. So how about the Middle East? Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Syria, etc. These are some of the countries that already have the laws that these immigrants are trying to force on the very safe countries they have escaped to. Something doesn't seem right, does it? So back to you and me here in Australia, a safe place. Yes, we have had a few incidents with terrorists, but things here are relatively safe, aren't they? So do we open our doors to the flood of immigrants, as did those other safe countries in Europe? Could the same thing happen here? Can we afford to take the chance here in Australia? As a supporter of FAM, the Free Australian Movement, a group consisting of many different ethnic groups and backgrounds, which are glad of the freedom we have here in Australia, a freedom that our fathers and grandfathers and current diggers fought for and are still fighting for. Yes, and as an Australian and FAM supporter, I am and believe we should all be extremely grateful. I also believe we should help people in need. After all, with the exception of our Aboriginal brothers, most of us are immigrants here in Australia, aren't we? However, we should not accept people whose laws or belief allow the rape of women and children, the punishment of women who have been raped, the stoning of women, the mutilation of little girls' genitals, the treatment of women as possessions or second-class citizens, the forcing of certain religions in our schools. This is Australia. The banning of our celebrations such as Christmas and Easter, etc. This is the Australian way of life and will stay. The forcing of a tax, halal certification on almost everything we buy. The murder of homosexuals or anyone else that doesn't share their beliefs. Horrendous cruelty to animals. How can people do this? These are just a few of the examples that some of the immigrants have brought to the countries that have welcomed them. Do you want any of the above here? I most certainly do not. So we should say to our government, yes, there are people needing help, but they should be carefully screened and told they are welcome to join our way of life, become Australian citizens by taking our Australian citizenship vows, not their own version. Become one of us and you are very welcome. Try to change this to suit yourselves and you are so very welcome to leave. Please like our Free Australian Movement Facebook page to understand our movement and get an insight to our activities. God bless Australia. Thank you.